Next up, we have someone who needs no introduction at all, and he's
quite the comedian.
He's quite the comedian, and he's going to share his comedy with us here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Adeel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have a huge crowd here tonight. My name is Adeel. Thank you, whoever that was. My name is Adeel. Now, that's not how you say it in my mother tongue, but that's okay. My annoyance is mostly having to deal with people making puns out of my name. Like the big deal, real deal, or seal the deal. And then there's some clever smart Alex who take that pun and wordplay to some next level. They come up to me and say, yo, Adeel, guess what your parents said to each other? Let's make a deal. Thank you, thank you. Ethnically, now I'd like to clear a lot of doubts. Everyone has these doubts. Ethnically, I'm 100% Indian. But I'm the only one in my family who has small eyes. It's a recessive trait. That's actually the answer I give people when they ask me if I'm adopted. I can't blame them because I look pretty racially ambiguous, and throughout my life I was confused for all kinds of Asian nationalities. Chinese, Korean, Mongolian, Filipino, etc., etc. And if it weren't for my complexion, people would not even think I'm Indian. Last year I was in St. John's downtown just roaming around, because that's what I do. And this older Chinese gentleman was just staring at me. And naturally, that would make you feel weird. So I said, hi. And he just said, ni hao, and started speaking to me in Chinese. And I felt so bad for misleading him that all I could say in that awkward moment was, I'm sorry, man, I only look like you guys. True story. But not all these moments of what I like to call Asian confusion awkward. Some are pretty nice. Last semester, I was in Cedar Grove, the small village, just doing some grocery shopping. And there was a little 3-year-old Antiguan child. And as soon as he saw me, I kid you not, this was his candid response. Chinaman. Now, I don't know how to drive. My dad never really taught me. He only let me drive 100 yards straight down the road and then said, that is enough, I don't trust you. And I was like, but Dad, and he's like, shut up, I don't trust you, get out. So I thought, you know what, fine, keep your car, I'll just continue wandering around. It's a childhood habit that has carried on to adulthood. And it's a pretty good activity. It's very humble. It's not glamorous. It's not like you're wandering around and you run into celebrities and supermodels. Who do you run into mostly? Homeless people and beggars. Now, living in India, Canada, and Antigua, of course, I've noticed that, and wandering around in these countries, I've noticed that the beggars indigenous to these countries have different behavioral patterns. Beggars in India, they tend to play the God card. Oh, they will exploit God. Allah ke naam pe de de beta. Give in the name of God, son. And if you believe in God, you feel so guilt-tripped. It's like, clever move, and then give them money. But beggars in Canada, they tend to be very polite. Sometimes they have nifty posters, but generally they say, can I get some spare change, please? And beggars in Antigua, I'm pretty sure this may have happened to some of you. You step out the store, hey, yo, give me $2 now. I mean, it's very convenient that he's letting me know how much he wants and when he wants it. But technically, that's not even begging. Now, I'm very, very fob. I'm very fresh off the boat. I mean, one would think that my Indian roots are concealed, but no. And it's not just the accent when I'm pressured, but it's very prominent when I'm speaking to older brown people. And when I do, and I'm pretty sure the teachers have noticed this, to show agreement, I do the typical Indian head bob. It's reflex. Like when the teacher says, oh, the grades will be posted up soon, I say, okay, thank you. I was requested to do some impersonations by a lot of people, and before I begin, I'd like to give a shout out to Dr. Shetty and Dr. Shivraj for I am really grateful for them graciously granting me the permission to do these impersonations on such short notice. Thank you very much. Dr. Shetty, he's awesome. You know, every girl. Every girl I talk to tells me he's such an adorable teddy bear. They all love him. And he's a good teacher. I like his analogies, especially when he was speaking of heme-to-heme interaction, how when oxygen binds to hemoglobin and more oxygens want to bind. And to explain that analogy, he used the story of giving a kid a chocolate. And I remember him saying, if you give one kid a chocolate, if you give one kid a chocolate, more and more kids come, and then you give more chocolate, and then soon you give chocolate everywhere. Also, Dr. Shivraj is my favorite too. He's very good. I love the way he spells. You can easily tell. You know that, okay, for example, how does Dr. Shivraj spell moon? Yum. Yo, yet another yo, and yan. Thank you very much. You guys have been a wonderful audience.